Hello, everyone. So sorry, a little bit late. Hope you're all doing well. Just rushed. All right, we're back scalping the NQ New York Open. Let's get a screen up. Hope you're all doing well. I do apologize for being a few minutes late. There we go. All right. Truth be told, guys, today I am not feeling very well. My head really hurts, so it might be a bit of a shorter stream than usual. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. How's everyone doing? Ride the wave. Good to see you. ZZ Trades. Peter, good to see you. Con, great to see you again. Ama, Cherry, Anatoly, good stuff. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We'll make it a bit of a shorter stream just because honestly, I feel really, I don't feel good at all. my head is in quite a bit of pain, but I did wanna mention tomorrow I won't be streaming on this channel. I'll actually be streaming on a separate channel. You guys may know of it. Let me get the channel up for you, and just so you know, it's not Ola Prime TV, but I need to get into my emails. Give me 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Let me just open that up. So, okay, and then if I go to that, I can send the link over like this. And then hopefully, nope. All right, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about this, guy. Joe, good to see you. London Hood here. London. Where in London, Joe? I don't know why Oh, Sean Evans is already in the first comment. Also, Sean Evans must be aware of the... All right, I've just subscribed and done all that. So hopefully if I refresh, it should appear, because I'm trying to get it from my phone over to the laptop. There it is. So BK Traders is the channel. I'll post it in the chat. There's a stream tomorrow, again, 9:30 Eastern. I'll be going live with Boris. We'll be trading live, so I'll give you the actual stream link as well. Make sure you click that notify button, because I will be live tomorrow on their channel along with Boris trading, so it'll be 2 of us. Should be quite fun. But then obviously after that, back to normal schedule, always on this channel. So it's just like a little collab we're doing. So yeah, would be awesome to see you guys there. But let's look at this market real quick. Let's see what we have. I haven't drawn out my levels yet. Let's get these levels going. Maybe I have to go in a 15-minute just to get a bit of a bigger picture. What's happened on the NQ? Oh, we touched that level. Oh, didn't even notice where we were. Okay, so yesterday we tapped into that low volume node. We kind of came back in. There's one that was now, it's ever so slightly. I mean, it's been pretty much filled, but probably at the time it was a bit better. Bounced off that one again, broke through there, came back on the other side, rebounced of that one, and now we're rejecting off this one. So it would be nice if we got to this zone, to be honest, because I feel that would give us a little bit more of a play here, a bullish play. That would be really awesome if we did get to that zone, but we'll see. It looks like it doesn't really want to reject at the top here. We might actually, this might just, keep going. Let's see on the terms of the volume if we see anything interesting. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. Look at all those sellers trapped at the bottom of the candle. Sellers came in quite aggressively and they're all getting trapped at the bottom. Can you see that? That's usually a good sign. because they're just not able to, because normally on a downtrend or in downward movement, the sell volume will be at the top, you know, because they're pushing it down, right? So the sellers come in, they push it down. So it'll be more at the top. If it's at the bottom and it's going up, that means they tried and failed, and got chopped up essentially. So not a bad sign there that this is probably potentially gonna break through. So there was a trade. We missed it, but there was a trade. Hey, Sam, can you check this out? My fixed range volume profile at November 25th, 2025, 7 a.m. low to January 26, 2026, 3 a.m. all-time high, I think. Is this NQ, yeah? November 25th all the way to January 26th. Okay, this is a big one. Probably have to go for the daily on that one. Let's have a look. So I'm going to use the candlesticks. What was it? 4 hour time frame. Okay, gotcha. 4 hour. So you were going from November 25th. Okay. So I'm assuming this low here, is that the one you're talking about? November 25th. Because November, yeah, it's a little bit, I would say just you might as well just get it right from the low, which is 21st of November, but pretty much, you know, all good. And then you went all the way to January 26th. So January 26th is there. Not quite sure why. Okay, so Benjamin, I'm not entirely sure. Like this is just a range, right, on the longer time frame. So yeah, there are low volume nodes right at the bottom, and I've got them drawn out as well. But I mean, it's like you really only want to do it on the legs. Does that make sense? Like that would be absolutely fine as well, right? I mean, or even, you know, update it to where we are now. But essentially, yeah, I would say that's fine. I mean, you are factoring a lot of kind of consolidation. The more better one, like I have this one here as well, and I've had it, and that's where I got these notes. But I'm just measuring that leg up, right? Because what happened here, this has just traveled right through. I'm not really that interested in it. No different to, you know, if we break down below these lows, okay, and all these zones are therefore cleared, the next zones might be somewhere here, you know, from this leg up, right? So I would draw then the zone from, you know, like here to here, right? And then I'll find whichever zone. So there's a zone right there. You can just about see it. So I'll draw that one out, right? And, you know, if we break through that one, then, you know, we got the next leg and so forth, right? You keep going back in time to find those legs. And then the most recent price action, obviously, you know, this downward move, you really do want to factor that in. And yeah, and this is, you know, potentially where price can reject off, right? So you want to really factor in this downward move, because any kind of pullback will have a good, like, you know, if we get pullbacks into these zones, you can expect some kind of continuation maybe or something, right? So that one's actually right there. I don't know why I've got two of them set out. Truth be told, I don't know why I've done a separate one here. You can get rid of that. That's just complicating it a bit. But this whole kind of leg down that we've had, because we're still very much pushing down, right? So we can keep extending that leg down until we get a proper retracement, really, or a clear break in structure or something of that nature, right? So those are the zones now that I have, right? So if we come back up at some point, maybe we do, maybe we go back down to this zone, then I can, you know, trade it off here, and then maybe that, whatever, right? Go to this one, maybe we break through, and then who knows, like, but you're just trading it from zone to zone. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's the most recent kind of leg or move that the market's made. All right. I hope that helps. Heng Wong, hello. How are you, my friend? How are you? How's everyone doing? I do apologize if today's stream is a little bit slow paced. Like I mentioned earlier on, I don't feel too well right now, and we got some red folder news as well coming out in about 15 minutes, which is a little annoying. But we'll see what happens. It's okay to use higher time frame or previous data to make a potential trade. Absolutely, of course. That's perfectly fine. Previous data is good. Previous data is good. You want something to the left of you, you know. You want yeah. Previous data is decent. So good stuff. Good stuff. The chat's very quiet today, actually. Normally it's buzzing. We have got a bit of a quiet chat today. Maybe because I came in late. I'm not entirely sure. Peter, good to see you. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well, bro. Lack of sleep doesn't help the body heal. Yeah, that's what it is, man. I think I don't know if I look tired, but yeah, I'm well and truly, like, the side of my head just feels like a sledgehammer right now. But I'll look, I'll stay on maybe 15, 20 minutes, a bit longer. We'll talk a little bit, but if we see a trade, we'll take it. But truth be told, yeah, I'm a bit done for today. Hey Sammy, how are you dealing with two zones overlapping? Just treat it as one zone essentially. That's how I would do that. Anticipating a drop. I don't know. Truth be told, I think the buyers have got this maybe. Just because I'm seeing a lot of I'm seeing quite a bit of sell volume. Like, look at this candle. A lot of sell volume. They really struggle. The buyers are quite effective at getting this market up right now. They are coming in, the sellers, but they're really having a hard time. And we did break this zone. We've kind of come back in, retested, and we're kind of going up again. I would be more on the bullish side, truth be told, than bearish at this moment in time. But anything could happen. That's trading, right? That's Charlie and whiskey. No, none of that. None of that. David, good to see you. What you mean recent? What actual is recent? Like 3 days before? It depends on the actual leg. If the leg takes 3 days, then it's 3 days. If the leg is only 1 day, then it's 1 day. But what I mean is, like, what is the most recent leg we've had, right? If you just go to the 15-minute chart, what is the most recent kind of move? Which direction has it recently gone? Well, you can see it, you know, we've just gone down recently, right? So you draw from that kind of the most recent leg, right? You know, if we were, for example, say we're here right now in real time, the most recent kind of move would have been that move up. So you would have drawn the volume profile from there to there, you know? Does that make sense? I could see you, man. Thanks so much for rocking up, short and sweet, and have a bit of a break. Thank you, Peter. What's the indicator for the footprint? So Vexed, it's there's a video on my channel. It's not an indicator, it's a charting type, right? But you need a TradingView Premium and a CME data subscription for it. But there's a video on my channel, how to set up the volume footprint on TradingView. That shows you everything, okay? Charis, good to see you. That was such a nice pump out of the low volume node on a weekly anchored volume profile. Yeah, it was really nice, man. Unfortunately, I missed it. I came in a bit late to the stream. And yeah, but beautiful, beautiful pump. You're absolutely right. And really nice, you know, volume distribution as a whole. Really, really nice. Now at VWAP, made 1.6K. Amazing, man. Amazing with the open. I'm on the boat on the shipyard and internet is shit. And you're still making money, man. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. So if the most recent leg, like you say, up, like you have shown, and market going more up and there is no zone, I guess you're not trading unless it returns to the lowers. Let me read that again. Sorry. So if the most recent leg, let's say up, like you have shown, yeah, and the market's going more up, there is no zone. I guess you're not trading unless it returns to low. It depends. At all-time highs, yeah. So for example, there's always going to be something to the left of you, right? Generally speaking. But say we're at all-time highs, then yeah, there's nothing I can draw a volume profile on. So there is literally no zone, right? Like when we were up here at all-time highs, there's nothing to the left where I can draw a zone. So the only playbook I have is a retracement and a continuation. But for example, like this move up, right, that I used in that example, there is still a leg higher up previously. Like this leg down is still, you know, price action higher up than that current leg. So I would have drawn that out, found the low volume nodes, and I would have drawn them out, right? And we had one there. And I remember this one. Actually, I remember this one when it happened live, because it just about broke through and it was a bit of a false breakout and then we reversed. Do you see what I mean? But it respected many times before. So yeah, that is, but if it's all-time highs, there's literally nothing you can do. You just gotta, yeah, you kind of, you know, sit there and wait, unfortunately. I hope you're going to be better tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be fine. You know what it is? It's just a migraine. It's too much. I didn't get much sleep, too much laptop work. Yeah, I'm done for. It's just a migraine. When do you decide to draw a new volume profile? Seems like there's only a few zones left on your current one. Really, when there's kind of real movement in the market. So, for example, like when we had this push up, at the time, I did draw a volume profile on that push up just because it was quite somewhat significant. But I didn't put that much emphasis on it because it's still kind of, there really wasn't much there. There was only like a few zones really that looked nice. There was only one that really looked nice, and it was this one here, right? So when we came back down to it, I would have expected some kind of rejection. We didn't really get that at all, though. You know, it just blew right through, but it did kind of come back on the other side, retest and continue. So, yeah, but it's you know, it was a retracement rather than a new kind of move up. But I did start drawing it already. Any kind of real significant, but looks like a significant move, I would say. You know, you can do it, you know, from actual true legs and legs, right? Like this leg, right? To find kind of like where the smaller zones are. So we have a zone right there on that little leg down. So we could potentially short when we get in there, which we just did, right? Do you see what I mean? Could potentially go in for a short scalp. So you can do it literally from the legs to leg, or you can do it from the overall bigger move. Really up to you. Just know that like the shorter it is, or the smaller time frame it is, or the less significant the leg is, the less kind of likelihood it's gonna stick. So be a bit more cautious when you're entering. Be a bit more, what's the word? You know, yeah, a bit more cautious essentially. But the real big ones, you know, the ones from like the 4-hour chart or something, like ones that are, you know, take you know, ages for it to reach, like this one at the bottom here. You know, this is a long one. You know, it hasn't it touched it once, but you know, if we get back there, that's going to have more of a significant play in the market, right? You're going to see definitely a bit more of a move than like these smaller ones. But you can definitely scalp off the smaller ones. You just have to kind of lower your targets essentially. I hope that kind of makes sense, right? Love hearing your positive voice. Thank you, Mikey. Talal, morning, Sam. Didn't receive your live notification today. Is that probably, that was probably why the viewership. Yeah, sorry, I came in late. I came in really late. I do apologize. I'll be back in top form tomorrow. But tomorrow I will be live on a different channel. I'll send the links in the chat. So that's the link to the actual live stream. So just hit notify. I'll be tomorrow, just tomorrow. I'll be live with them, with Bruce from BK Traders. I'll be going live on this channel with him, and we'll be trading. So same time as well, 9:30 Eastern. So yeah, I hope to see you all there. Hey, what's your? It's hard to. It really depends. The win rate can really. It depends how you treat it. Like the strategy is only as good as your your execution, right? If you front run, the win rate's going to drop. If you wait for confirmation, you're going to get less trades, but your win rate's going to increase. But front running gives you bigger profits when you're right. Like everything is it all balances out in a weird way over time. But if you're like extremely disciplined, you only trade like the really good zones, you can definitely have like a very good win rate, really, really high win rate. If you're more like me that kind of wants a bit more action and are willing to get stopped out to get that action, your win rate is going to drop. Absolutely. Too much gold trading. Glymphatic system, sleep is more important than we've been taught. Brain cleans itself when we sleep. Mind sleep is bad. Yeah, missing sleep is bad. Like I can barely read right now. If you get a migraine a bit, get some Imigrin. I've never heard of that. Sumatriptan from your GP. Works wonder. Quick. PS. This is not medical advice. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. But getting a GP appointment here is going to take ages. By the time I get one, my migraine will be gone. But it's fine. I just take a bunch of ibuprofen, relax, sit somewhere dark. Usually it goes away after time. You're welcome, Vexed. You're welcome. So it's not been a bad market, but we are kind of pushing down. Let me look on the 1 minute if we see anything. What's actually happened here? Because we did actually recheck on that little zone, believe it or not. Let's see what's happened. Oh, Peter, did you spot the candle? We got the little hammer candle thing again. You know, most buy volume distributed at top of the wick, bearish, heavy sell volume at the bottom. What do you call it? The Sammy hammer foot candle or something. It was there. And look at that. What a push down. Straight off that candle. Amazing stuff. I'm sure Peter spotted it. Peter spots those candles very well. But yeah, that candlestick pattern or footprint candlestick pattern is extremely good, honestly. Do some back testing with it. You'll be amazed by the results of it. If you're willing to sit at the chart and just kind of watch every 1 minute candle, and when you see that candle pop up, yeah, you can definitely formulate a wicked trading system. I'll tell you that. But good note, that hammer thing. I use Extender and migraine OT over the counter. If you have that in the UK, it's much better than regular. I'll have to look, to be honest. I've always just used ibuprofen and just dosed up. But I'll have to look at what other stronger meds we have, to be honest. Yes, bro. PS Sammy Hammerfoot. That's the one. Check your email, bro. Got something for you. Okay, I'll check it after the stream. I'm curious. Does that candle work on other time frames? I saw it fail yesterday on the 5 minute. I honestly, again, I've never tested it on the 5 minute. I've only kind of noticed it on the 1 minute, and the 1 minute seems to be quite good. I've never looked at the 5 minute, so I couldn't actually tell you, but more than willing, back test it, you know. That's the best way to do it. Just get on a chart, do a bit of back testing. I think the 5 minute, like here, technically you had it on the 5 minute, right? I mean, it is the open candle, so it's a bit scary to trade, but all the sell volume at the bottom, really big wick, bullish, all the buy volume at the top. It is basically it. And we pushed up for a bit. I think the success rate will come massively on how you manage your trade in real time, right? What I've noticed is with these kind of with those candles, you will generally get movement in that direction. Sometimes only a few candles. Sometimes it'll be a nice kind of, real good push. Other times it will just be, a few candles, one or two bearish candles, for example, and then it kind of fails. But, if you're very good at kind of managing your risk in real time, whether that's going to break even, whether that's, reading the footprint in real time and deciding, getting out at closer targets, whatever it might be, right? I think you can have a very high win rate on it. But if you have like a fixed, maybe, 1 to 3 or something, yeah, you'll probably find many times it will go in that direction for a bit. You'll be in profit, but then eventually you get stopped out or something. Do you know what I mean? So again, something you want to tweak, something you want to back test, see what works best for you. Personally, I couldn't tell you because I haven't back tested every kind of risk management style when it comes to that kind of when it comes to that candle. So I couldn't tell you the data, but it's one of those things that's very easy to back test because you're just looking for one particular candle and the volume distribution to be right, and boom, you're good. All right. I saw a few hammers later in the day yesterday and only one lost. Amazing. Excedrin migraine is ibuprofen, aspirin, and caffeine. That's the oh wow, yeah, that sounds good. Getting afternoon attention from Boris and Kathy will help Ola Prime get popular. Yeah, they're great. Boris and Kathy, they're great. I hosted a segment on their Prop Fest, I think last month. That was pretty awesome. Real top people. So, really nice people. So I'm very excited to be trading with Boris. I think we're going to be trading. I don't know, actually. I don't want to say if we're going to be trading gold or something and then that not to be true. I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely going to be trading though. So it's going to be pretty cool. So definitely tune in. It'll be good. It'll be very, very good. Oh, man, look at that sell-off. Someone said it will drop. And you know what? I forgot who it was, but you were bang on, man. Well done. I thought we were going up a bit more, but you were absolutely spot on. So great stuff, Mikey. You can't backtest on the footprint chart. You can backtest, like not replay test, but you can literally just, go back in time, like scroll back and be like, oh, there's the candle. All right, if I entered at the close of the candle, and figured it out that way. So you do know what's going to happen. You're not like doing it replay, but like that kind of back testing you can do, but you can only do it so far. I don't know how many candles of data it will show, but I'm pretty sure on the 1 minute chart, after like a few days, the data disappears. Essentially, it doesn't get stored. So you can really only do a few days of testing at any given time. So you kind of want to back test and forward test for a while, get the data you want. Like, I don't know if we still got the footprint available, but if you go back a little bit further, at some point the footprint just disappears essentially. It's still there. So we're still at 30th of January. So we've got like a week's worth of data, which is good. Yeah, and you'll see the footprint gone. So maybe like a week's worth of data you get on the 1 minute on TradingView, and then unfortunately you can't see it anymore. So maybe something you want to do every Friday, just backtest that week, or at the end of the day, just backtest, from New York Open a few hours in. You don't have to test the whole day, just New York Open to maybe about 4 hours or something, or however long. Backtest it, at the end of every day. Write down the statistics, write down the results, and yeah, maybe that's a good idea. But however you want to play it, definitely well worth, checking it out basically, because it is a really, really nice. Like there, we had it again. Again the same candle, right? Buyers at the top, wick, close bearish, nice full body candle. Sellers at the bottom, not huge sellers. I do like when there's bigger volume, but nonetheless, same principles apply. The volume's not that bad. It's not terrible on both sides. And yeah, really, really good. And then you can always have a stop just above the wick of that candle. And ride it down, ride it down to wherever you feel is a good target. Let's see. Yesterday you can see at 140 to 145, 2 consecutive 5-minute hammers that failed. Anyway, eventually I'll backtest it on a different time frame. Try the 1 minute. I feel the 1 minute might actually be better for that candle. Again, I don't have the data, but from what I've always generally look at the 1 minute chart, and generally speaking, when I spotted that candle, it, maybe 7 or 8 times out of 10, it followed through. So I was like, "Ooh, this looks quite good." The only problem is that TradingView does not give that many historic. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Hey, Sammy, quick question. I have the plus plan on TradingView, so I don't have access to the footprint. Is there any indicator I could use instead? Also, the moon indicator strategy strokes. Yeah. Unfortunately, there is no indicator that you could use. That's unfortunately not. You kind of, it's either the footprint or not. Like there is no, if any indicator is like the footprint indicator, most likely it's going to be a pile of rubbish or tick data or something. So sadly, yeah, not much you can do. Ride wave, nice spot. I've been watching your videos all day. Thank you, Dr. Me. Drop from VWAP. Good, nice. Sammy, 50-minute low volume node overlap with VWAP. Was it this low volume node, right? Let me put the VWAP on. There, the VWAP here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the low. Yeah, I see it. Well spotted. Very well spotted. Dr. Me, there is like a cheaper solution if you want the footprint. It's called Cluster Delta, right? clusterdelta.com. Again, I'm not endorsed by them or anything, but they are like the cheapest order flow platform you can ever get. They have their own, that's how it looks like. They have their own software. It's not bad. You can see the footprint. It's a, you get the data then, and it's literally $7.50 a month. If you need a footprint, just a footprint, that is not a bad solution. But and then maybe just kind of cross-reference it with TradingView, so you can see the numbers and the volume distribution. You can see where the wicks are. It's a bit harder to see, but where there's like colors there, like all these red little colors on the side, that's the body. Anything without that's the wick, essentially. So that's the body, that's the body, that's the body. These are all doji candles, small red bearish body, small bullish body. So if you can train your eyes to spot that, fair play. Or you can just have that up on, the side of the screen. And then when you see a hammer candle, cross-reference it quickly with the footprint. You can make it work like that, maybe. It's a bit janky, but it could work. And yeah, so that would be like the cheapest solution. The cheapest, absolute cheapest solution out there. But guys, I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna have to call it quits today. I really hate to say it. I'm in genuinely quite a bit of pain right now. And I think staring at a screen is making it a bit worse. But I do apologize that it's been such a shit stream. I really do. But join me tomorrow. I'll be on BK Traders channel. Okay. This is the stream link, 9:30 Eastern time tomorrow. It's the same time. I'll be live with Bruce. We'll be trading. Do join me there. Just click on the link, click notify or something. You'll be notified when we go live. And yeah, it looks really, yeah, we'll see you there. But yeah, apart from that, thank you guys for tuning in regardless. I mean, really, really good to see you all. And I'll see you all tomorrow on BK Traders channel. Okay. Thank you all. Take care now. Bye-bye.